Let's give it up for the Milton Wildcat Marching Band! We're going to start things off in a few minutes. First, we're going to watch a video. We got some time. Whenever they're ready to play the video, you guys see some highlights from a little game played a couple Thursdays ago. And then we'll begin with the shenanigans. So give us a couple minutes, make sure everything happens. All right, test one, test two. Let's give it up for your Milton champion Wildcat football team. All right, my name is Keith Schleicher. I am the voice of your state football champion Milton Wildcat football team. So I'm just going to welcome some people here tonight. We'd like to welcome State Senator Walter Timilty, State Representative Bill Driscoll, Milton Select Board Chair Mike Zulis, Richard Wells, Roxanne Musto, Ben Zoll, School Committee Chair Dr. Lizzie Carroll, Superintendent of Schools Dr. Peter Burrows, Principal Karen Cahill, Athletic Director Mike Beerworth. This next guy, what's his name? Coach Steve Dombrowski. His coaching staff. The marching band. Cheer squad. And the Division III Milton High School football state champions. Let me just say one thing. I hope you guys remember what you did forever. because it was fantastic, and you really made this town proud. You couldn't have done it, though. Just going to throw this out there. You guys could not have done it without the support of your parents, all your friends, and the community. But most importantly, those parents that have been to games like this in the rain, in the snow. Nothing better than all-day Sundays watching you guys play from when you were this tall to now some of you are quite large men. So anyway, really give it up for your parents, please. Stand and give your parents a round of applause. All right, first on our docket. You know her. You love her. Principal Karen Cahill.
Good afternoon, everyone. I apologize for my hoarse voice. I have lost my voice, I think, when I was chairing 2 Thursdays ago at the state champs, and I haven't gotten it back yet, so please forgive me. Good afternoon, everyone. I thank everyone for coming today and celebrating this amazing accomplishment. Before we get started, though, I'd like to thank Jen Renz, Laura Konecki, Mike Beerworth for spearheading today's events. Without those efforts and all of the parents that supported, we wouldn't be here today celebrating all of you, so thank you very much. So this past Thursday night, I was here for the Milton High School Information Night, which was actually rescheduled because it was supposed to be on November 30th, but we were busy at a place called Gillette. Go figure. So this event takes place every year to convince students and families of the 8th graders on why they should come to Milton High School. I spoke about our success in the classroom and out of the classroom. A few parents came up to me afterwards and said they really enjoyed the presentation, and it came across that I truly enjoyed my job. They said that I seemed excited to talk about the students at Milton High and rave all about their great accomplishments. That is absolutely the truth. We're here today not just to celebrate the amazing accomplishment of our football team, but also to recognize all of the people that helped the football team get where they are today. As Keith said, I think we can all agree that without the commitment of the coaches and their families, of Dembowski and Phelan and Jarbo, Hunt, Lopez, Mazzarella, Donovan, Mateer, and Clifford, that we would not be in the auditorium today recognizing our Milton High School Wildcats as state champions. So can we please give them another round of applause? We also need to acknowledge the work of our cheer team and band, who, despite whatever the weather was, whatever the score of the game was, they were on the sidelines cheering on the fans and players, which isn't always easy to do when the score isn't in our favor. Finally, we need to give a big shout out to every parent, friend, and family member who has supported every football player, every cheerleader, and every marching band member to get to practices, games, and events. Without the family and friends' support, we couldn't make it all happen, so thank you all very much. I know that it was not an easy feat to win this championship, and it wasn't only because of the players on the field. It was a combined effort of the players on the field and on the sidelines, encouraging one another, supporting each other at practices and games. And at the games I was at, I definitely saw that support on the sidelines. I cannot tell you how proud I am to be your principal and so happy to call you state champions. But my question is, what's next? The bar has been raised. I congratulate each and every one of you, and I look forward to see what's in the future. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you for coming.
All right, next up, your superintendent of schools, Dr. Peter Burrows.
So it just took me coming for this to happen, huh? So I was on the sidelines for the championship game and was amazed. The first 5 minutes, 2 touchdowns from Walpole. My heart was sinking. I was personally kind of giving up at that point, feeling like, wow, this is going to be a long night. And it was amazing to watch all of you come together. You were not feeling that at all. You were feeling like it's time to go. And it was a wonderful game and a wonderful season. I know you all were underdogs and came out on top after last year getting so close. A lot of people today are going to be talking about teamwork, and I saw that and see that. Those are the things that are important, as you know. When you look at the world right now, when you look at social media and the kinds of messages that kids are getting now, a lot of it is about individuals, about achieving something, about having everybody see you. And that's going to happen throughout your life. But the magic is together. It's community. It's team. And that's what makes this so powerful. It's what brings everyone here, and it's what kind of gives me chills even just talking about it right now. Super proud of you all, and you can see what this is doing for our community. Loving it. Thank you. Go Wildcats.
Next up, State Senator Walter Timilty.
Good afternoon, and congratulations. It's my honor to be here with each and every one of you today. And I would ask if our head coach could please come forward and our captains. If you could please join me up here. Well, absolutely. Now, it's, of course, my honor to be up here today, and Coach Dembowski, thank you for the call and the invitation to all our parents who've made this great day happen for all of us. This is a special day in the annals of the town of Milton. You think about the season that you folks just completed, successfully, I might add, as our Super Bowl champs. 8 returning starters. 8 returning starters. This wasn't expected. Obviously, great run last year. Heartbreaking loss. 1 touchdown, I believe, was the margin of defeat. You guys set your minds to it, and you came back, and over the summer, you won a couple of 7-on-7s, I hear. You had a 1,000-yard rusher. You had a 1,000-yard receiver. A quarterback who threw for 33 touchdown passes. You had a defense that was stifling. Started out 5-0, had some bumps in the road along the way. And then you pulled it all together with a great run in the playoffs. So today, this is all about you folks as players, the coaches, our student managers, our cheerleaders, our marching band, and, of course, the parents who've made this happen. So congratulations. I offered this citation in the State Senate honoring the team. And when I say team, I mean everybody I just talked about. It reads as follows. Commonwealth of Massachusetts State Senate, official citation. Be it known the Massachusetts State Senate hereby extends its congratulations to our Milton High School football team in recognition of your outstanding performance and victory in the MIAA Super Bowl and securing your school's first MIAA Division III football state championship. And be it further known, because we know we're not stopping just here, that the Massachusetts State Senate, Coach, guys, extends its very best wishes for continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President and a copy thereof attested to and transmitted by the clerk. It's been signed by our Senate President, Karen E. Spilka, attested to by our clerk, Michael Hurley, and offered by myself, Walter F. Timilty. And I am very proud to say that come the month of January, this football team will be at the State House and will be honored in the Senate chamber. And I know Rep. Driscoll is going to host them in the House chamber. And that, when I say the team, I mean the team. That's our cheerleaders, that's our student managers, our players, and our marching band, okay? Okay? And that means parents and grandparents and siblings. So believe me, we can hold at the State House as many people as want to come. So we'll make it happen. Congratulations, and we look forward to many wins down the road. And good luck. Some of you guys are going to go off to college and play in college, cheer in college, play as members of bands in college. Wherever you go, we're going to be proud of you. And obviously come back and support your teammates and bandmates and fellow cheerleaders that are behind who are going to carry on the tradition. Thank you all, and God bless everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Guys, good job, guys. Good job. Good job, guys. Proud of you guys.
All right. Who's going now? Okay. We have State Representative Bill Driscoll right now, okay?
Thank you. If I could, so I've got the football captains up here. Could I also get captains from the band and leadership from the cheer team as well? So as the Senator mentioned, we're looking forward to hosting you all up at the State House when we get a chance to pull that together. Just immensely proud of the leadership here by the coach, his staff, our teachers, our principal, to just set the right tone, right? I've got two young guys. You're setting their great role models, all of you, for our young folks in town. And where are my O-line and D-line members at? All right. So, former lineman myself, so you guys are the ones that made it happen. Congratulations. And I have some citations here for the band, the cheer team, and our football team, of course. I'm just going to read one of them so you get a sense of what it says. But again, offered by myself and Senator Timlinsley up at the State House. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts House of Representatives be hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Reps offers its sincerest congratulations to our Milton High football team, cheer team, and marching band in recognition of winning the 2023 MIAA Division III Super Bowl championship. The entire membership offers extends its very best wishes and expresses hope for future good fortune and continued success in all your endeavors, given this day, the 10th of December, 2023, at the State House of Massachusetts, signed by the Speaker of the House, Ronald Mariano, myself, William Driscoll. So congratulations, everyone. All right. We got the band. Here's the band.
I think you're done, Tom. My fellow Americans. You ready? Am I next or someone else?
All right, now I'd like to recognize Chair of the School Committee, Dr. Lizzie Carroll!
All right, those were a couple tough acts to follow, but I'm really proud and excited to be here today on behalf of the school committee for Milton to add our congratulations and thanks to you guys for everything that you've accomplished. We're so proud not only of what you've accomplished with Milton's first ever Super Bowl victory, but how you've done that with such heart and such guts every step of the way. As has been mentioned, it's really an inspiration to all of our younger kids in town. So grateful for the example that you've all set. I also would like to recognize and thank all the MPS staff who've contributed to your victory, everybody who's supported you along the way, as has already been mentioned. And I just want to point out that in winning this Super Bowl, obviously you've created memories to last a lifetime for you, for your families, your class, all of us who are here with you today. But you've also written a new chapter in the legacy of this awesome town of Milton. And we'll be talking about this for years and hopefully even generations to come. So thank you guys again for what you've done. Congratulations again, and way to go.
All right, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce this last person next, because as a town meeting member and having to be here from 11:30 the other night, that I'm just giving you a hard time. Select Board Chair Mike Zulis!
Thank you. First, I want to acknowledge some of the people who made this celebration happen today. First, the Milton Police Department, who led you through the streets and did all the work for that. Second, and as has been mentioned, the staff of the Milton Public Schools, who made all this happen here today. And finally, the chief organizer of this, Jen Caputo-Renz. And Justin Renz as well. So Jen and Justin, as most of you know, are the parents of number 87, who made what will forever be known, I think, going forward as The Catch. To our footballers, you will remember that game for the rest of your life. And I can tell you that from personal experience. I was on a team that was in 2 Super Bowls, and I could tell you just about everything that happened in those 2 games, and that was more than 40 years ago. And if I may, now more than 40 years later, on behalf of the 1981 Brockton High School Boxers, thank you for beating Walpole in the Super Bowl. The great success of Milton's football program since Coach Dembowski joined in 2015 means that we'll be back here again. But you, gentlemen, you are and you always will be the first. And in the years and the decades to come, Miltonites will talk about the first. And they'll talk about the plays made by Miller and by Hinkle and by Salmon and by Huey and by Cicerone and by Caledonia and by Riccardi and by Collins and by White and by all the players on this team. You should be very, very proud of that, and we thank you for that. So on behalf of the Select Board, gentlemen, congratulations on your success. You did indeed leave a mark. Thank you.
All right. I've been the announcer for the last 3 seasons, I believe, and something that we've brought up, kind of came up with, was creating some new categories. We've had the student of the game, we've had the fan of the game, and now I'm going to introduce the fan of the season. That's right. This is an important one. And I couldn't give it to one person, so I'm actually, I know I've mentioned them before, but please, all the players stand up. The fan of the season is your parents that have brought you and through this whole journey. So please, stand up, give your parents a round of applause. They've carried you long enough. You can stand up for a couple seconds and give them a round of applause. Fan of the Year, Milton High School parents. All right. So we've had a little change of plans. Some things get scrambled, some things get mixed, some things get matched. I'd like to introduce your captains of the state champion Milton High School football Wildcats, Captain Ben Caldonia, Captain AJ Sweet Italian Cicerone, Captain Ferris Collins, Captain Patrick, it's Miller time, Captain Josh Riccardi, and Captain Griffin, the great white shark who likes sausages. Come on up here, guys. Say a few words.
Yeah, so we just wanted to speak for the team a little bit and thank some people of our community. First of all, that being our parents, like as we just saw. We're very grateful to you guys. You guys stuck with us, whether we were 5-0 or lost 3 in a row. So we're very thankful for that. We also wanted to thank the guys who were able to capture the games, whether it was Mike Faga and Milton Access, or our guy Evan Long with the mixes. So, yeah. And then we also, yeah. There we go.
Shout out Chambers.
We wanted to thank the student body and the teachers here for everything they've done, whether it was good luck in the game on Fridays or just having our head high. And then finally, we wanted to thank Roy Chambers for all the countless photos.
Yeah.
And then we also want to thank the coaching staff, and especially Coach Dembo. Oh, and the band, too. Thanks to the band. Thank you. And the cheer team. Thank you. And,
All the guys on scout team.
yeah. So, and you know, the linemen, too. It wasn't possible without you guys.
Name everyone in the room.
Yeah. That's all I got. Thank you.
My fellow Americans.
All right, and now we'd like to see some. Anybody out there want to see some highlights from the season? I said, they want to see some highlights? I know that kid does right there. Do you? Do you want to see some highlights right there? Do you? Say it. Say it loud. Who wants to see some highlights? All right, sir, if we could begin the highlights. All right, check one, check two. Gives me great pleasure to introduce this next speaker. I've worked with him up in the amazing press box that we have at the field, at historic Brooks Field. So after 30 years as a sportscaster, having covered events ranging from the Super Bowl, the World Series, NBA Finals, Stanley Cup, Daytona 500, the Indy 500, Michael Vega has now transitioned into a new role as the sports copy desk as a multi-platinum platform editor. Please welcome my friend, Mr. Mike Vega!
All right, everybody. Where's my football team at? Where's my football team at? You know, you guys didn't get to do one thing when you were at Gillette, right? Are you with me? All right. Can I get an oh yeah? All right. Milton football team, how's it feel to be Division III Super Bowl champions? What was that? Yeah. Hey, Milton, are you with me? Milton, are you with me? All right. Can I get an oh yeah? How's it feel to have your football team be a Super Bowl champion? All right. You know, fellas, I have to echo what Chair Selectman Mike Dula said today about the memories that you guys made up here. You know, you got to see them and you got to enjoy them, but they're going to be here in your heart and your head for the rest of your lives. And enjoy them, and remember that you are the first and always will be the first to have done what you have done, which is to bring a lot of pride here to Milton with that Super Bowl championship. So congratulations. And today was a wonderful, I think, affirmation of why Milton is such a great place to live. You know, we saw people come out there, the diehards, out on the street, waving the flags, holding the signs. You know, it was a wonderful thing to see. And I'm sure you're going to memorize that and remember that as well. But, you know, it's no secret the reason why we're all here gathered today in celebration of this Division III Super Bowl championship. And it's no secret who's largely responsible. It can be traced back to 2015 when Milton High decided to hire Steve Dembowski as its head football coach. Full stop, end of story. But truth be told, there's more to the story to be told. It was just the beginning for Coach Dembo and the Milton Wildcats. You see, when Coach Dembo arrived from Swampscott High, where he led his alma mater to 5 Super Bowl appearances and a 22-6 victory over Medfield in the 2007 EMAS Division III Super Bowl, Dembo created a buzz here in town. He brought with him an offensive creativity rooted in his playing experience as a Herald and Globe All-Scholastic high school player, as a UMass tight end from 1989 to 1993. And from his vast wealth of knowledge and experience as a coach, whose career now spans 3 decades. Unbelievable, Dembo. 3 decades. Including a quarter century as a head coach with 190 career wins, 76 here at Milton. How about that? When I had the great honor and pleasure of hosting him on our TV show for the special Super Bowl edition of Stepping Up to the Plate, shameless plug, that's on Channel 22, Milton Access TV, nightly, 6:30. You guys are going to like that. Dembo remarked how this Super Bowl victory, his first in back-to-back appearances at Milton, was, quote-unquote, 9 years in the making. Let that marinate for a minute. 9 years in the making. You know? From the time he came here, Dembo worked at warp speed to build a program. He consolidated dueling youth programs into a unified front that nurtured the development of young players, introduced them to the systems that they would encounter in high school, all while cultivating a championship culture at the grassroots level. He knew it was the wellspring from which would emerge the talent that Milton needed to compete for 6 Bay State Conference titles, including 5 in a row from 2018 to 2022. And off the field, there was no greater advocate for the game than Dembo, who has served on the executive board of the Massachusetts High School Football Coaches Association since 2003, serving as its past president from 2014 to 15, all of which has garnered him much respect and goodwill among his peers. But Dembo knew sustained success was the lifeblood of any championship-driven program. Dembo knew it was vital to implement the schematics of a solid foundation. He pushed to fundraise for better equipment. He coalesced the kind of support in the community that created a Friday night lights buzz at Brooks Field. And most important of all, he built winning teams with winning homegrown players. Dembo knew that if that was attainable, then success for Milton's football program would be just around the corner. But 9 years? Come on, Dembo. What took you so long? I only kid. But honestly, though, the fact that he accomplished the feat of winning a state championship at Milton in less than a decade is nothing short of phenomenal. But there's no doubt Dembo will refuse to take the credit. He'll point to the dedicated coaching staff he assembled, the guys around him, Dan Jarbeau, Tom Phelan, Mike Lopez, Mike Donovan, Andrew Hunt, Jack Clifford, Zach Mazzarella, and Drew McMatyre, the network of supportive parents, boosters, and player alumni, such as former star Mike Fallon, who offered his time as a scout squad quarterback to help give the Wildcats a good look in practice during the lead-up to the Super Bowl matchup against Walpole. How about that? Only someone like Dembo would engender that kind of loyalty and support. It's why I delight in calling him the architect whenever he appears on the show. It's because of what he succeeded in building here in Milton before our very eyes, a championship football program. So I ask you in closing, Milton, are you with me? You got another "oh yeah" for me? All right. Here it is. Milton? How do you feel about having Steve Dembowski as our football coach? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Dembowski.
I was going to write some really serious notes, but the day kind of got away from me, so I have some blank paper. But I have 30 years of experience, and being under 50 and doing that, it's kind of a whirlwind. But I think my message, and I'm so appreciative to what we've accomplished as a community, because football is the ultimate team sport, and it does require support from the school. It does require support from the town. It does require the inclusion of the band to create the environment for the cheerleaders to bring energy. And it requires parents to have booster clubs, which we desperately needed when I came 9 years ago. And we needed to get our program up to speed. We needed a commitment. I remember doing an inventory, and first year we needed to buy 40 helmets because we'd mismanaged the program over the years, and then we didn't have enough uniforms for every player. And we were a one-handed catch or a bad call or a missed extra point away, however you want to call it, in 2015 from going to a Super Bowl in the very first year. And afterwards, the comment was, well, we have so much extra money in the general fund, and it's because so many people came to the games. That buzz started well before when I took the job. There was 5 guys from the class of '87 that had created a booster club for football. One of them was not here today. Billy Giovannucci was the leader of the group, the most treasured one. He met with me and a couple of his best buddies, I won't name them all to keep them secretive, and they said, what are you going to do now that you're here? And I said, we're going to build a culture that includes everyone. We're going to build a program where every player is coached and where we can put kids in a chance to have success. In my interviews, I never talked about wins and losses. We always pushed to get better at the program and the experience, because these are lifetime experiences. I've been fortunate to be to a few Super Bowls, and the one team that I did win with, they've met on the 5th year anniversary, the 10th year anniversary, and the 15th year anniversary. And they still cherish those moments. And as you guys go forward in your career, I hope that the lesson that you take along with the memories is it was 9 years in the making, and it was hundreds of hours of running and practice, and whether it was working on a cheer routine or learning how to play your instrument a little bit better, it is the process which you have to embrace, which this team embraced. And the reason why I believe that you guys finished is because so many of you pushed to get better all the way through the season. We didn't hit a level of success and become satisfied. We talked about raising our standard throughout the year. We talked about pushing through the finish. And other than the scar that you left me with Thanksgiving morning and blowing our 6-year streak of winning the league, I'm going to forgive you, because we'll always have this bond now, and you'll have this with each other. But the process is really what the message is. And part of the process, obviously, is all the parents. I mean, the senior parents have been fantastic, and everything that we did this year, I want to thank, personally, Jen Renz and a little bit of Justin, but mostly Jen, for coordinating and passing on with the parents between the program book, which is a huge part of our fundraising, and all the senior dinners, and then today's events, and then the extra things that came along. Obviously, when you make it to the semifinal, there's a new game added to the schedule. Every senior parent has been fantastic. And just like every senior player has been fantastic. And I think that we can't do things individually. We did it as a group. And these kids, especially this class, so many of these kids stepped up just like their parents did. The other group that really needs to be thanked is the coaching staff. You've heard their names already. You see them in the building. Really dedicated. There are many nights where we leave Milton High on Sunday night at after 11 or after 12 p.m., and we're turning the alarm on. And we're looking for any edge to increase the experience to give our kids a chance to win through video study or through some new practice technique or either that or we're just trying to find a way to get better. So I'm very appreciative to the staff. They know that. They took on more this year. I'm very appreciative to my family who's here, my wife Kristen and my daughters Anna and Kate, for letting me do this. The last time I won a Super Bowl, I think Anna was 4, and when the players were all cheering around the trophy, she was scared. So we took a selfie today of her smiling. So that was pretty cool. I don't want to babble on. I'm really appreciative of, obviously, support from the community within the school and everything, but my message to you guys as players, the cheerleaders, as members of the band is this is we talk about at football, at least we talk about the infinite game, right? We won the game, but we're going to try to apply these lessons that we've learned. Most of it, I think the biggest lesson that this team learned was perseverance, because so many guys that we started the year with one shoulder injury on injured reserve, one shoulder injury that ended the season, two guys with mono and one guy in Europe, right? And then we had waves of guys stepping in and taking new roles. And it really is the infinite journey. We played the game for the long haul. And as it worked out, those players all contributed. Our seniors were a huge part of our success, as were our coaches. And I've already said too much, but I get too much credit. You know, the work is done by the parents, by the players, by the assistant coaches, and it's a memory that you can last forever, but I hope it's the process that you walk away with, realizing what it takes when you find something that you enjoy, if you dedicate yourself to it and you're relentless with your pursuit, that sooner or later you can get to the top. So I hope everybody has, and you know, I don't know if am I the closing, Keith? All right. If you haven't taken a picture with it, we only get it for a year. It goes back. It's like the Stanley Cup. Make sure you get a picture with the trophy, whether you were in the band, the cheer, or you're just here from the community. This is what it's about. It's about our town. I'm so appreciative, and I want to wish everybody happy holidays, and we'll be celebrating again in the spring, and in the winter with the banquet, in the spring with the rings. So it's going to be super, and it's going to be a memory of a lifetime, and thank you so much to everybody.
All right, everyone, just a reminder, the Snack Shack is currently closed. However, the boosters are outside, and if you do need any extra Christmas presents, there are some amazing sweatshirts outside for sale, some blankets, some Christmas ornaments, and, of course, get your picture taken over there with the trophy. Like I said, we don't own it. It's a one-year lease, so go ahead, get your picture taken. Otherwise, have a great night, be safe, and get ready for our next adventure.